let's say the opposite side of the bracket is Na'Vi, there's a chance they become the dark horse of this whole event and actually get a decent run. But yeah, Copenhagen Flames, look, I'll eat my words. I will swallow my tongue on that one. They have impressed me. I've still gone with Faze on this, Jason, because this is a semifinal phase and I'm doubling down.
I actually did stick with Copenhagen Flames myself. I've been converted. Yeah, I still feel some question marks for this Faze team. There goes Kerrigan inside of Donut. That means the A bomb site is going to feel a bit of pressure, but Copenhagen Flames, minute and a half on the clock. They don't have to commit here. CT side pushing up for information. They get caught. Rain is able to get just one before being traded off, and it's Twist and Brokey in a 2-on-4.
2-on-4 indeed. Twist still waiting it out to try and see exactly what he can spot down middle. Sees the gun of someone sticking through the wall, but doesn't get the shot off. Tries to fire back as they rotate around. It's going to be Brokey. Last line of defense in the A site. And excuse me, in the B side, I've done it again, but he's done extremely well. This has gone from a 2 versus 4 to suddenly Faze with the advantage because Brokey knocks the bomb down and Twist was able to rotate over in time as Hooksy now wants to rotate back into the site and try and hold off this round from slipping away. Brokey and Twist have become an incredibly strong duo in this game, and there you go. Twist forces it out with his second kill. 2 from each of the 2 remaining, and the round to Faze. That's well recovered.
Yeah, really well recovered. That's actually incredible they're able to do that, and I think Copenhagen Flames got to be kicking themselves to let that pistol slip away, that chance to start this map on the right foot, on the correct foot, with some kind of momentum. Pretty brutal. 2 kills on Twist, 2 kills on Brokey.
Well, they'll go back to middle again early. In fact, they're going to send Twist all the way down on the M4, and they're at elbow. He's going to get challenged. He's got the entrance to fall back into Donut. Could find him the 3rd kill. Nearly went down. You can hear the dinks going against him, and he did damage onto Roy as well. Remember how good Roy was at pushing middle yesterday? How much he got map information yesterday when we casted them on this? Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the last day of the challenge. No, because, yeah, they went 3-0, so it was yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy. What a long day yesterday was.
And that was against G2. That was the opening match that they had against G2. So it'll be interesting to see if that was a game plan against G2, or if he continues that trend up here, like the massive amount of flanking. Remember, when they switch over to the CT side, he was doing the same thing. He was pushing Jaguar, frequently. So we'll see if it continues to be a nuisance, or if that was more of a game plan idea against a specific opponent. I imagine he'll still get an element in it here against Faze. Molotov's out early from Faze to stop any fast aggression. AKs on the board and rifles on the board for the Copenhagen Flames attack. So a round where they get to go up against 3 SMGs, maybe the stronger weaponry for Copenhagen Flames, but can still be difficult to manage.
Yeah, but you're going to wait it out inside of that smoke. Rain's going to wait it out. MP9. Rain still just holding it off as that smoke dissipating, but has Olaf on his right side as well to swing out from the Tetris position. The boxes. This is huge, though.
If he finds that.
If he finds it, you're absolutely right, because he's pushed up A long. Not a common position. And it does have, obviously, an access point from the other side. Kerrigan goes down, but Brokey able to at least swing back out and get the shot in return. Rain's going to fall off his position at Cave, knowing that they've got some equalizing. Oh, I take it back, actually. Olaf was able to sneak in, so Rain, damaged as he is now forced off it by Molotov, but they don't know he's here. They'll check it anyway. He gets one. MP9 up close, can't take down the second AK-47. But now they've got kills on both sides of the site, and there's got to be a commitment coming with 32 seconds. Rain.
Yeah, low HP and forced out by 2 Molotovs as well. And I mean, even despite the Molotovs, there's not a whole lot of fights that he felt with that SMG he could take comfortably. And here's the end game. A boost up over the smoke. Twist and Brokey, they recovered the 2-on-4 in the pistol round. Another chance here for a late round clutch, and they've got the bomb down on the ground. That boost has been so effective in this game. Zyphon is going to step up to the plate and try and get it down. He's got to be covered. It's Roy with the first headshot, and Twist knows exactly where he is, but can't win it out. First round on the board for the attackers.
And Twist, I think you're right. He knew exactly where he was. The problem was he had to stutter step because he couldn't see the left side of the pillar. Yeah. And in that exact moment, that's when Zyphon comes out and gets the movement advantage, gets the aim set, and he goes down. Unfortunate for Twist, he was sort of one step out of position on that. Nonetheless, it's now around 4 Copenhagen Flames, and we'll see what Faze do to recover. Still okay money, I think, if I remember correctly, looking at it.
We've seen that boost be so impactful in the Challenger stage. We see it here, just an annoying thing to have to deal with and a tough thing to have to deal with. And we also see, actually, hold the phone. Kerrigan is completely blinded. His eyes were burned out of his skull, and Zyphon's got an easy one. But we see teams also planting in like the front right corner of that B bomb site as well, that completely neutralizes that boost instead of planting behind the pillar as well. But I mean, there is a certain situation you have to be in to be able to pull that one off safely.
Yeah, the indicating factor on whether or not they can do that, or determining factor, I suppose is a better way of putting it, is if they have control of the back lane. If they don't have that smoked off, then they're just a sitting target from there. It's kind of why I went as Yabby. He's going to hold out Twist. They can't even get back to middle. He's low enough that Brokey will at least pull it back, but it's a 1-on-2. Bomb down on B, and no kit for him. I don't know if we've got one down elsewhere. Efren is our lovely observer for today. I'll see if we can spot one, but I don't think they had the money for them. So, nonetheless, he's going to try and go for this. Yeah, that pillar being 3 sort of stacks high, even with the smoke. I've talked about it, though, right?
Yeah.
But it's taller than the smoke itself, and it's not very wide, so it's very easy to boost up and get a lineup on that spot. And I do think, I mean, look at it. It's a totem, right? This is a perfect look at it. There's squares. Knock that top one off. It'll go with the theme of sort of the ruins, like the stairs over there. They're, you know, dilapidated and falling apart, and it gives you more cover as well for a plant, and you could actually elevate yourself on it with a self boost, and it's not as telegraphed as to where they are in the smoke. I think it's a bit too easy. It's kind of like there was, remember those community map challenges? I think James
Face It did them, yeah.
Face It used to, yeah. One guy had like a very Mapcore, exactly.
Yep.
The guy had a cool like structure that was like a factory smokestack, and at the top you could throw a smoke in and it would drop down and cover mid. There was like a really like obvious set smoke, but no one got it, so he just put a giant arrow. He was like, smoke here. Like,
yeah.
It was, so
he's like, somebody please use this.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of that what that pillar is. It's like, yeah, they're planting here. Like,
that's when you're like laying in bed late at night and you're like, man, why does nobody else think that my great idea is the best thing in the world?
I can't remember the name of the map, but yeah, I think it was actually one of the finalists that year as well, if not the winner. But
those are cool competitions. Roy here, gonna stay outside of he's gonna flashbang his way in with the cover of the Molotov as well. Take control of Jaguar very early on in the round. And all of Copenhagen Flames you can see spread across the map looking for pushes, except towards Long A. But for the moment, both teams happy to just live in this stalemate. Good kill from Roy as Rain pushes in. There is still an AK-47 on the board. That's in Brokey's hand. He's got light armor as well. And that's actually, it was positioned at the B bomb site, but now shifting back towards mid and CT spawn. Looking for a place to get some action, and actually, he might be rewarded. If they can cause a distraction, that AK-47 on Brokey can do some work.
Well, he's going to try and hold this mid. Mid's been a big point of contention so far for both teams. For Faze, it's not really going their way later on in this half. We'll hold it out. 5-7 in the corner. Olaf only able to get one. No HP player. Yabby walked around, and meanwhile, Nikodaz found the other kills. So we now find ourselves with Copenhagen Games. Copenhagen Games. Copenhagen Flames in the lead. Copenhagen Games is a tournament, Jason. The Flames are the team.
The Flames. Oh, look at the Faze stickers.
Johnny Hockey. There they are. Sprays, you mean, not stickers? But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I got
that's
you.
Same thing.
Sort of.
Kind of. Paint stickers.
Yeah, I was going to say the paint sticks to the ground. Fair enough.
Oh, Twist up above the smoke. He's going to get a chance if they swing out. Roy's done a pretty decent job here so far. We know Rain likes to really toy with this part of the map. He knows all the nerd angles, all the little sweaty cracks in that portion of the map to look through, and all the spams. It's Twist that's going to provide a man advantage. Hooksy's going to step up. Oh, great shot. Not the follow-up. Didn't expect Rain to be so close, but Nikodaz now steps up to the plate. Deep flashbang won't bother him whatsoever.
Too deep indeed. Rain had no idea. Such is the way of ramp. It's short enough that you can swing around the corner quite quickly. Meanwhile, interesting little transition going on in the fact that Twist got the opening kill. It was then Kerrigan that pushed up through Donut. Twist wanted to rotate around to A and cover it off, so they're being dynamic. The problem is they've got to rotate all the way back over to B. Olaf does get Zyphon down, and Twist is here. Which side does the op go? Because he's already gotten one kill from left to the second lane, so now he's going to transfer over, but Smoke in position. Twist trying to get up close. Bit deeper behind the pillar this time, and no one to boost Twist. You're absolutely right. Kerrigan is on the flank. This is huge. He did come all the way through Donut. He did come all the way in behind them. Bomb might be down, but they too should be soon. Oh, Roy, he's got other ideas. 8 kills for him. First in the round, but he needs 2 more to win this out. And there's no kid in play on the CTs.
Oh,
he's got another through the wall. The lineup's there. This becomes difficult because he's smoked off as well. And Olaf, he knows he can't line that up in return. He knows he has to battle against Roy, and he goes for the reload, and it's immediately Olaf that tracks him down.
Oh, the reload. No, Roy almost had it. I can't believe he got that spam when they were off the bomb as well. That looked like a very doable. The smoke almost actually protecting Roy more than it helped Faze. Fortunate to get away with it, but it does come down to just an oddly timed reload. And so many guns taken away from Faze in the process. The money's at a breaking point, so even in a loss, I think Copenhagen Flames got to be pretty happy with what kind of a situation they're dealing with. A chance to take control of the economy, a chance to break Faze right here after this small and very costly victory.
Yeah, and he even knows it.
He's like, oh, come on.
I got the hard shot. That was so winnable.
It's like, you idiot.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But he even had like the cheeky smile. It wasn't like rage. It was like, come on. Like, that's just such bad luck. He didn't, At least he knows he's in this game very much, Roy. He's got 9 kills to his name already, highest of anyone in the server.
That was the thing. When we saw him yesterday on this map, it was like, look, Roy's score kind of looks gross, but he's got great impact. And now he's having impact and he's got a good score.
Yeah, late in the second. I'm fairly certain he finished with like 11 in that game. And he was at 9 late in the second half, but he had huge impact. Today he's getting the kills to go with it, so he could be a huge factor. He's not getting as much access toward that cave position to flank. They're certainly not playing that sort of split that G2 was, where Nico was getting up on the ramp and then they were kind of foolishly rotating off it, thinking that if he could see the boxes, there was no one else in there, I suppose, maybe was the call. But yeah, Faze are putting a lot more pressure on middle as well, so that he's not going to have as much freedom, I don't think, in this game.
This is a pretty big round to see who's going to have control of the map for the later stages of this half. Both teams sitting with an awkward amount of money, with money that isn't going to let you buy in the next round if you take a loss here. Nikadaza timing through the smoke with the AWP doesn't land. Still very patient as they take mid control, and you can see, I mean, as that Molotov comes in towards top stairs, it's Kerrigan to push in towards Donut. 2 players fall back from mid and start rotating over to the A bomb site. There goes Kerrigan, and that opens up the entire other half of the map. Copenhagen Flames put a lot of pressure on the B bomb site. Meanwhile, they just shift over to A as soon as they find that kill, and they're going to get a free plant out of it.
Free plant, Twist comes back in, has to tap away with the FAMAS. Knows they're up close and on the bomb site. Yabby, Hooksy, both of them getting kills. Olaf and Brokey go down as Twist is found. That's a lovely shot of the AK-47 as well. And a 4th round for Copenhagen Flames. First time I think we've seen the bomb go down on the A site now. So starting to certainly explore the rest of the map. As we take a look in on the Copenhagen Flames camps, still yet to play on the stage, but getting closer to that, aren't they, with each and every game in this event. I welcome some different legends, some unexpected. Entropic, Copenhagen Flames, let's get them in there. Let's reinvigorate some young talent, and you know, this is it. Let's get Counter-Strike kickstarted again.
It's one of the disappointing things about, you know, some of the previous Dark Horse runs we've had at majors is, yeah, there's always like a very cool run through the Challenger stage or something like that. And if there is one in the Legend stage, once you get to the playoffs, they just get absolutely battered. It would be awesome to have a Dark Horse that could actually go deep into the playoffs as well. Zyphon is going to stop that mid push from moving down. And Yabby's hitting a very nice shot as well, already creeped towards the big box outside of A. Copenhagen Flames controlling the map, and these USPs can do nothing.
Yeah, this round kind of foregone. Yabby just threw the smoke, takes down Twists as well, who was hoping...
Hacky boy.
Hacky boy. Anything else you want to say? Come on, carry it on.
No, that's it. That's all I got.
Hacky boy.
Hacky boy.
Like hacky sack? Like, what is this?
It's an old Duncan thing.
It is a Duncan thing. That's what it was.
It's an old green room thing. I don't even know if I can...
Henry. That sounds like a Henry joke.
I think it was an everyone joke at some point. It caught on. Olaf looking very contemplative.
Getting up there, Olaf, isn't he? Been around the block.
What's your definition of up there?
I meant just in terms of experience and years played.
Okay.
But I think he is over 30 now, is he not?
I don't know. Has the poor guy joined me in the over 30s club?
I mean, you've been over 30 for a while.
I have been over 30 for a while.
What's the verdict here, Jason? We should have some indication. If he's not 30, he's like 29 and 364 days.
29 years.
Oh, 364 days, though, I'm calling it. Tomorrow's his birthday.
He just barely managed it, squeaking by. More guns back in the hands of the Faze defense. Looking to start scraping together some rounds and catch back up with Copenhagen Flames, who are nursing a 2-round lead. Again, Rain, we've seen this so many times. Knows all these angles. And Olaf using a very narrow crack for information, but the timing on that is brutal, and when he comes back in, the AWP is posted up. That could not be more unlucky for Olaf Meister.
Yeah, that's tough.
And look at the way they've just walked into the bomb site. They're just taking liberty with the space that Faze is getting them. Faze is expecting to be able to have some kind of an indication they're moving in, some set of smoke, some combination of nades and flashbangs that are going to let them know they're taking the site, and Copenhagen Flames get one kill and just march in.
Yeah, no scope from Nikodaz as well. They knew Rain was getting there. They were pinching him out. You're right, one kill. And the setup is such that when you isolate yourself inside of the cave, it's so easy to isolate you backwards. You just smoke you off. In that case, Molotov off Rain, and he has to smoke himself just to stay alive. It gets awkward for sure. It's becoming an interesting map, I think, from a CT perspective, because there's so much availability of being aggressive in mid. You have the timing in your favor. You can then get up to the boxes and try and cut them off that way. You can push Donut. You can... Even the A tunnels, which unfortunately the problem with A tunnels is pushing that side, you are still very far away from B if you have to rotate. The point is, there's lots of these options, but as soon as you lose one player, there's also a big exposure.
Yeah.
It's a huge gap created somewhere, inevitably.
Well,
more so, I think, than Cash, which is what I've been comparing it to, but I think it's more punishing to the CTs if they lose the first pick.
Ooh, if he takes these weapons out, oh, good find from Brokey. Listen, they should hunt it down. They should send everything at it. They're going to lose a lot, but they do grab one gun right at the end. So yeah, it costs a lot to get that gun away, but it's pretty valuable. That shouldn't be a whole lot dangerous for Faze in this next round, and Copenhagen Flames obviously have the money to do something like that.
I think I'm sort of getting in a rabbit hole here of theory crafting live, but I think perhaps
that's the worst rabbit hole to go into.
It's food for thought.
I
right?
like it. Let's roll.
And so I think the reason perhaps it's more punishing to the CTs on that opening pick is because on Cash, for example, despite that there's two lanes behind the square back into the A site, or the B site here, which is the A site on Cash, if we were to make the comparison.
Yep.
Highway was more of an open position, which you could then boost above if you had to, or play the box, or get distance. You also had the catwalk to get above that smoke. Now Cave, being the equivalent, if you will, the mid connector, is one smoke to cut it off, so you're isolated there too easily. And the backside of the square is also much more narrow than the CT connector was on Cash, where you also had the car that you could self-boost and see. So there was just more room for the CTs to get around the utility. I think the utility here is far more effective on that site and that side of the map.
Ooh, good step up for Roy, as well as Rain came in protecting his teammates.
Good
Choice is going to respond. One kill. That was back towards mid as well, at range. And Twist has been playing well. So is Brokey. 10 kills on the each of them. Kerrigan with only one frag. That one hurts, but here we go. Olaf going to have a chance. They cleared out a little bit late. He's got the AK now, and he's got time, and he's getting spammed through the smoke. The Deagle lands with blind vision. Now it's Nikodaz with the AWP, and he's got to hold on. Cannot press forward. Roy's in his own engagement in middle.
And they know he's there. You can already see it. Kerrigan's trying to back away and create space. Scout to work with, but Twist has him as well. Kerrigan did get a body shot that made that Deagle deadly, and it's all under Nikodaz. He does not want the AWP in this position anymore. He's lost track of Olaf Meister. He's no longer at Wood, and he's on the flank. He's on the flank with the AK picked up, and Nikodaz does not want to commit to this bomb plant because he expects he's going to be peeked, and he is. It's Twist that goes. Kerrigan with the flash assist, and it's around for Faze to make it 6-4.
They needed that. They needed that to give them a little bit of life, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of swagger. Good shooting from Twist with the Deagle. A bit fortunate through the smoke, obviously, on the follow-up to bail Olaf out of a tough spot, but they'll take it any way they can at this junction. And now it's all about stringing them together. And look, they had a half investment as well. They had like a pretty low buy there, so that should help their cash flow as well with, what, 2-3 guns being saved over into the next round. Shot from Twist.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, must be nice.
Helped out Olaf a lot in
Yeah,
that situation.
It really did.
And ultimately, it helped the round out a lot because not only does it get another kill, the man advantage, but the bomb was down there. Olaf had control of it. Olaf had the AK. If Olaf dies there and Twist doesn't get that shot through smoke, they probably still have enough time on those smokes as well to get the plant in, and then they have the rifles again in their hands and potentially win that. So that might have been the defining, the turning point
in the round, yeah.
Yeah, to be cliche. The hinge.
The hinge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The linchpin? No, that's wrong. That's the wrong one.
I like turning point. I'm okay with the cliche in this situation.
All right, fine. We'll just be typical. So American to be basic.
Yes. Yes, it is. Nice job from Rain. That's a dirty little kill. Doesn't even register as a spam either. Bullet must have found just a slight gap in the texture. And Zyphon goes down in middle. Molotov deep towards the top of B ramp. That'll hold them at bay. Nikodaz wanted a lot of time to peek up into the bomb site. Remember, we saw him get a pick on Olafmeister from that same position as well. It's at least denied to him for the moment. But as we've seen a couple times, Olaf and Rain both kind of up in cave right now. Can get blocked off, as you touched on, but they're going to evacuate and get into new positions. I feel like on the gun rounds, actually, FaZe haven't had to deal with too much over at the A-bomb site quite yet.
No, exactly that. We just see the one, well, we saw 2 plants. There was one against the Eco, but 1 gun round that they went there, and it was all down to an early pick. And the fact that they were able to cause the rotation to be a bit awkward for them. But maybe there's more over there. It's tough because now, look what's happening. You haven't gone to A in a while, and the defense are able to push out, get information, even wrap back on middle and take down Yabby, who's the one that was trying to flank this time, not Roy. Roy is now going to make himself known. Comes out from cave late. My God, he's good at it. He takes down Rain, and Olaf. Smokes are in position. This is exactly what they needed on the execution. That last second attack as the utility is timed perfectly, and Brocky is completely limited with the AWP. This is a well-struck round from Roy.
Benefited maybe by a small mistake, taking their attention away from Jaguar. The backstab is huge. It's got him right back in it. Here comes the retake.
So Twist, the first one in the line. Smoke down to cover off ramp. They know they're inside of it, though, and Nico Das finds the kill. Kerrigan for 1 in return, but it's too awkward. It's too many exchanges and too many angles, and Roy gets 2 more to make it 4 in total, and a 7th round for Copenhagen Games. He now sits with 14 kills in this half.
Bro, Roy is having such a great game, and we mentioned it. We saw it yesterday. We saw kind of the pieces of the puzzle of Roy knowing exactly how he wanted to have impact, not necessarily putting the volume up on the board, but here we've got both. This is disgusting. 2 kills to get you back in the round, and then 2 kills to close out the round. What a stunning performance so far from Roy. And he's got his team with a 3-round lead. Yabby's going to lead the way out mid. Molotov is extinguished. Kerrigan blind, but he recovers in time. Yabby had the chance. Just couldn't connect.
Nade in. Twist waiting with the Deagle at mid with the smokes down, trying to spot above it and see if anyone's coming out from elbow. That little L turn. Roy again will be the one to challenge Cave. I think Rain might have met his match so far in this game. He talked about how he knows the nerd angles. Well, he has 6 kills and Roy has 14, and this has pretty much been the position both have been playing, so. I mentioned Roy, though, leading the way on 14. Twists also has 14 kills, despite that they're down 3 rounds. So his contributions are there. They just can't get across the line. Think back to the pistol when he and Brokey were able to get 2 apiece and pull back what was a 2 versus 4. If they didn't do that, man, this game could be really a different scoreline, a really one-sided affair. There is Twists, but only good for 1, and who other than Roy? They tie each other on 15 so far for kills.
That's huge, though, and it actually gives Brokey a little bit of information of where they're coming from, but he gives up the angle, goes back into it. Now he's forced off, but Copenhagen Flames, they've got a decision to make. They really want to do this. That flashbang's great, but the crossfire is just way too strong. They're focused on Brokey and getting punched by Kerrigan on the other side. And Hooksy, there shouldn't be anything he can do. A good shot, but no chance for the trade. And FaZe have 5.
That was a very quick shot, and almost thought he had time to get the reset for the second, but they get the shot back. You're right, Kerrigan was in position, but Brokey, when he flashed up, hit that shot, was pretty much a savior in that moment because Kerrigan was fully blind, as you saw. Like, completely wrecked on that side.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool flash to eliminate that position. But, I mean, look, Twist gets the 1 kill, and he's traded off immediately. But the information, obviously seeing one body pass, gets a kill on the second, the third trades him, and all of a sudden you've got the information of a large amount of bodies heading towards Donut. And FaZe was able to position themselves just perfectly. Dwindles to a 2-round lead. And the economy for Copenhagen Flames has dwindled down as well. You're going to have 2 rifles, but outside of that, it's going to be 3 Deagles to contend with. And maybe not even that.
Yeah, so FaZe have clawed back because they were in the same position earlier as well. Gambit Virtus Pro on Vertigo, just to note, is our B-Stream game, and that is currently tied up at 6 apiece. So both games pretty close right now at this juncture.
That game's got that cool element, too. They talked about on the... Oh, hold the thought. We got to rush towards the A-bomb site. Kerrigan is boosted up, needs 2, only gets 1. That means Rain is going to have a job to do as he falls back from Donut. But this is weird. The bomb is kind of way too committed. Yeah, Hooksy drops it back. He's got to be careful. He's going to go down, and this isn't much of a fake. I don't really know what the plan is. I guess show the bomb and then leave the other 2 players and let the bomb run back. They do have the B bomb site, but look how much real estate Olaf and Twist are going to be able to take. They can actually cut the bomb off entirely.
Maybe a phenomenal fake if the bomb had been in B.
I think the plan was for them to spot the bomb, but Nikodaz is going to have great sequence here. He needs both. I don't even think he realizes there's 2, and he's lucky to be alive, but that means Twist is going to have such an effective flank.
I thought he baited the runaway and turned around, but he had a nade out, so obviously he didn't know. If he had had the gun out and just outplayed Twist right there, that would have been massive. Roy gets Brokey, who couldn't quite land the shot. 2-on-2, and the fake still means the bomb comes back over. They've got an AK to work with as well, and it's going to be both together. Flash goes through, and additional smoke. I thought it was going to be a flash. The flash came afterwards. Zyphon, as we jump over to his perspective, gets dinked from range, but it was through the edge of the wall, and he has to fall back on this as Roy, flashing over from the backside of the square, will catch out Rain, and that means they know that Twist is in the middle. He's stuck, and he's trying to bait out shots, but time is working against him. He's down already to a position where he pretty much has to be on the bomb now. He's going to tap it, but nothing he can do, just wants to get the gun away, and once a win from Copenhagen Flames. Twist, I think, even goes down in this situation. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and again, the money for Faze isn't going to be good moving into the next round, but yeah, that's an... I'm assuming that's designed to be a fake. It's just, man, that's a long route to run for the bomb when you actually fake it, and a big risk for Hooksy how much he was committed with the bomb. So obviously they wanted it to be spotted if that's the plan. But Copenhagen Flames, they make it work. We're going to get a timeout being called by Faze as they want to talk things over. And they need to. 2,200 on Rain, 2,000 on Brokey, 2,200 on Kerrigan. Olaf and Twist have the most, and they're right around 3,500, 3,600. So I think they're going to drop down to just pistols. As you can see, Olaf Meister pick one up. Maybe a small investment, but they don't have the money to really fight with. So Copenhagen Flames is going to have a great chance to really, really extend this lead, to have a powerful position going into the second half.
Good shot from Twist, but it was not enough. As we saw, he just didn't have the time to get on the bomb. And despite that he has the more kills, I would say advantage Roy on impact, no question right now. Roy as well is waiting this time. Now he's going off on kills. Gets 2, but theirs is the antithesis again. This is getting to be a battle between the 2 of them. But the scoreline matters more, and that's where Copenhagen Flames still have the advantage. Twist has to fall away. Wanted to get a gun, but smartly they Molotov those off so that he couldn't. He still got damage in. Nice snap back by Zyphon as he responded to the facts that he got dinked, and then took down Kerrigan with a lovely spare transfer. And Olaf is off on his own. I really did crowbar that in. Thought I had something more clever. Couldn't really come up with it in time.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
You could say that joke was all awful.
Okay, well, now you've just gotten out of control. Rein it in.
Rein it in?
Yeah, I know.
I was looking at your face to see if you meant to do it. You did. Fair play. Thought maybe you just got lucky.
Hungry. 9-5 for Copenhagen Flames, continuing to look excellent at this major so far. Utility being dumped over the mid wall. Yabby and Zyphon to swing out. It's Yabby leading the way, and Kerrigan over the smoke has no idea. Great route run from Yabby. Unfortunately, he'll be immediately traded. Twist will take that kill all day, and Roy, I mean, he's just feeling it. We saw him being passive and a nuisance yesterday, but today with the amount of kills he's got, he's like, whatever, I'll take the fights. And this round may have just slipped out of control for Copenhagen Flames. 4-round lead. It looks like Faze is going to dwindle at the 3 or chip it down to 3. I think this is maybe the last effective play, although with that kill, Rain spamming through and finding Zyphon, it now means Hooksy's all on his own, and bombs way back outside the B bomb site on the other side of the map. So, Matthew.
Hello.
It's going to be 9-6.
Did you ever go by Jay?
No, I had a friend named Jay, so that would have been impossible.
I don't think I could call you that anyway because I call my dog Jay, so it'd be weird for me, you know?
That would be weird.
She's so much better looking than you.
Yeah,
so.
She's a cutie.
Oh, he didn't see the head at all, and Rain will get the shot on Hooksy, so we get the 9-6 at halftime. No offense, you're a good-looking dude, Jason. You know, I'm just,
thanks, man.
It's impossible to be compared to Jaden, so.
Yep. 3-round lead.
Plus, I know she's listening right now, so I have to say that.
Just tuning in.
She hates hearing my voice when I'm not there, to be completely honest. Dad put her on speakerphone a couple times. She does not like it. So we look back at what's Faze again that won the pistol on a lovely turnaround from Brokey and Twists. What was a 4 versus 2. They managed to win it out and then got a bit of a start. But yeah, Roy, just so much map control. And again, it seems like the single pick, they were able to walk into bomb sites so many times over and over again that Faze couldn't really control it. So now they swap over to the CT side with the advantage, and a pistol here will get them into double digits very early in this game. No kit brought up on the CT side, it is worth noting.
Going for the headshot strategy. Don't let him plant, just kill everything first. Bomb dropped far back, and Faze is taking control of boxes and quickly in towards Jaguar as well. But don't want to progress in towards Cave. Bomb now rotating back to the A bomb site, so making sure that Copenhagen Flames know they've taken this portion of the map in this Jaguar room, making sure they have that information. It is a stack in middle. Zyphon and Yabby gonna have some work to do. Jumping over the top is Brokey. 1 for 1. 1 for 2 make it as Faze grab control of mid, and now the A bomb site is open. Copenhagen Flames, I think they believe that the endgame is still the B bomb site, and they're just now realizing that they were wrong and how wrong they are.
Desperately guessing inside of the smoke, Hooksy. But they're on the hook for this round now because they don't have the kits. So the bomb going down is significant. All they need to do is delay this retake as long as possible. Rain's going to try and do that, but Nico does. Slides out to find the kill. Olaf's got to do better than that. Roy's got him down. This is actually becoming possible. There's more than enough time to still foresee a 10-second defuse happening as Kerrigan still holds off inside the plaza toward the totem. How does he turn around and hit that? Roy is just on another level this game. He is absolutely slaughtering Faze, and he's not done there. He'll take down Twist. It's 3 kills for him this round, and 3 very important kills at that. They're on the defuse. They've got it timed, and it's 10 rounds already.
Listen, let's just call it a wash because Copenhagen Flames as well had a massive advantage in the first half pistol round that they gave up also on their T side. So now it's just done right back. But regardless, if you're Faze, that one hurts. That is a feeling when you're down that much and you lose that second half pistol round, you're down 3 rounds. You feel like you've just thrown away your first chance of taking control of this game. And that's going to be stressful, it's going to be frustrating, and also just an indication that they are not firing on all cylinders for the moment. Twist has 20 kills. Only topped by Roy with 22, who has been equally spectacular, and he's going to continue with it.
Rain's looking for it. Cubby hold. Bomb plant enables this buy, so they've got the 2 AKs. It's 1 for 1. Rain does get the shot back, but they lose Brokey, and they're not sure that Roy... Oh, Roy gave himself up. Got baited into the shot. Twist is able to turn and get the shot in return. But Hooksy's down middle, and Olaf's not ready for it. MP9 able to spray him down, and... Oh, that's a terrible... Okay, sorry, excuse me. That one went to Cave. My perspective was off. I thought we were further back, and that was actually still the wall. That was the pillar that was obscuring my vision. So that one actually did cover Cave, excuse me. And they do smoke the lane as well. Hooksy, though, running around, jumping as well with the MP9, but Twist with the AK-47 gets the kill. They're going to shake hands, give each other a little kiss, but apparently Poison Ivy, the kiss from Yabby, and he comes back through to find Twist as well. They are winning the clutches now, and it's Copenhagen Flames to go 11-6.
That's crazy. Hooksy doing such good work with the SMG first and middle, obviously jumping around the corner and leading the charge on the retake, being the bait for his teammate, but Yabby's the stud. The kill on Kerrigan coming through the smoke and then following it up with an aggressive play that Twist could not have anticipated. Copenhagen Flames is playing so well. Even when Roy goes down without really any kind of a fight back after he gets kind of baited into that first shot, at least he's got the information. It's such a forward fight that Copenhagen Flames has time to recover. And boy, are they. 11-6. Take a lot of damage in terms of having to rebuy weaponry, surviving with just 1 player, and the plant is going to help FaZe Clan. So money isn't great for Copenhagen Flames, and in the early stages of this second half, that's basically all FaZe has to rely on. They have to apply pressure to that factor.
Remember, this is a one-on-one game, so the loser of this goes into elimination, and both of these teams would be in a tough position because FaZe has struggled, and Copenhagen Flames are still an underdog. This is a significant win to keep them on the upper side, to give them that buffer in the brackets, as Nikodas and Zyphon go off in this round, and Brokey, despite having a Galil to work with, has 4 to find and can't do it. Nikodas gets him instead, and the score now double, as it's Copenhagen Flames on 12 and FaZe on 6. That's how maths work, and I sound smarter than I am. And I'm not very smart, and it didn't sound very smart, so that says a lot.
That does say a lot.
Mr. Leading the Way, Twists. Yeah, kind of leading the way and a little bit lost, I think, at this point, because his teammates not really giving him a lot of support in some situations.
Look, I think at the moment it feels like FaZe just don't. They're just not all on the same page in terms of attacking bomb site. That hit right there just looked odd. It felt odd. It felt like it didn't have any real strength behind it, despite the number of FaZe bodies that were at the bomb site. Copenhagen Flames just handled the initial attacks, one through the smoke, one at an off angle, and there's the push from Roy. And this is the aggression we saw yesterday against G2. Copenhagen Flames bringing it out again. Gaining complete control of this entire pathway. And Zyphon even going to be able to challenge towards mid. Hooksy's in the fight. Twist is waiting for the repeat. It's going to be Hooksy who gets blinded and just pre-fires the angle, just knows it intuitively.
So Brokey left alone, and Hooksy's got that. Hooksy's looked great in these last few rounds, hasn't he? Another hat trick this time, up to 14 kills. So we look in, they are hungry. I see what you did there now. I didn't realize that earlier. You're just full of the puns today, Jason.
It's not even a pun, that's just reading.
Okay, but if you incorporate it, look, just stop it. I can't, the problem is I can't read, so I wouldn't have known that.
I gotcha. Yeah, I forgot about that. We do have to read out the menus to you at restaurants.
It's true. And feed me. Put my little plastic bib on. Get out the plastic cutlery.
Little sippy cups.
Yep. Put me in the high chair.
If FaZe ever thinks this aggression is going to stop, they are sorely mistaken.
And who other than Roy to be there as well as Zyphon. They spray into it. Oh, they've got him down. Rain's gone through the smoke. They get another one. That's just crazy.
Zyphon heard the tag of Roy spraying through the smoke and was like, all right, I'll complete that kill. Sure thing. Smoke is down Roy. Ooh, this is dancing with the devil. Kerrigan's on the other side of the smoke. And Roy's just trusting that it's going to provide him safety. Taking the risk, taking the gamble. Yabby's about to be under pressure. There's one peek. They know he's in Temple. They know he's been forced back, and he's been forced off all those effective angles. But no commitment from FaZe. The utility and the presence of one player, the defense has shifted. It's leaning towards A. Meanwhile, Kerrigan is going to start investigating the B bomb site as the in-game leader. He's calling everyone back. Roy still has control of Jaguar. And that could be a problem, especially if Kerrigan goes down here. Oh, that's close. Wow. That's really close.
I thought he was gone. Did I not hear a dink? It must have been clipped on the edge of the wall. Yabby's going to get Kerrigan in the endo. The 50 HP not enough, but Roy, he's coming back around, and he's got one already. He's got both. Oh, Roy, what a joy. He is so good inside of that cave position, and Olaf Meister with it all to do in a 1-on-3. Bomb down on the site, and 15 seconds. Not only 15 seconds, but they're not even close enough to go for a triple kill. There's no way he wins this round because still far removed from the equation was Hooksy just rotating over, and they don't even need to go that far. Nikodas has it. 2 to go for Copenhagen Flames. How dare I doubt them again.
You're just so jacked up on the FaZe hopium.
Listen, man, it's Twist, okay? He's my boy.
Yeah, he's good people. Not having the best of times at the moment.
Mr. Run From Me. You can't run from Roy. He just gets behind everyone all the time.
He's been great. 25 kills so far in this game.
And we saw the hints of it, right? We did say against G2, he was so good at getting map and getting control. He had huge impact. He just didn't have the kills to go with it. Today, he is just...
He's fragging out. He's gone nuts. We kind of saw him building into it early in the game as well. We saw him just being efficient. It was like, oh, God. And even this aggression towards the B bomb site outside of Jaguar between him and Zyphon has been really effective as well. FaZe is staying pretty shallow into the playbook. We've called it B rush. And the Molotov is going to split them. It's going to burn Twist down low. And I think this is maybe just a whimper from Faze as they go out. This has not been great. Hooksy has no backup. He's going to take these fights alone, but he does just continually retreat, puts Yabby in position with the ult to take off the head of Rain. We're looking at a 15-6 scoreline, and Copenhagen Flames continue to impress.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And the problem for this now is if we were going to talk up the storyline of FaZe being a team to watch, and you know, I genuinely thought semifinals.
You're hyped up to that. Get them to the semifinals.
The problem was, you go back to the first round, and they had a 16-11, a 16-12, and then a 2-0 against Virtus Pro. Obviously, they were the 3-0 team. And then they had a 16-6 against Evil Geniuses, which is EG. The point is they've had some pretty convincing stories and score lines. As soon as that momentum goes away, this is where a team that hasn't necessarily, like they're riding that high. Now we're starting to see deflation. Now we're going to see what the adversity is.
Yeah, but I think too, if you like, look, this is going to come off maybe a bit mean, but I'm just going to go for it.
I love it when you're mean to me.
Look, the first game that FaZe plays, Rain has like an individual record-setting performance on Dust 2, something mental, like 33 kills in like 21 or 22 rounds.
2.2 rating.
And the next map played, it was like Twist was playing well, and then Kerrigan was an absolute monster, getting like 25 kills if I remember correctly. Like those are victories, and those scorelines come from individual performances that like are very difficult to happen multiple times.
Well, they're getting another individual performance right now. The problem is they have no one else with it. Twist is on 23 kills.
And that's the thing. Those individual performances, more often than not with FaZe, at least in my mind, this is what it looks like. One individual performance is great, and the rest is falling a little bit flat.
The ingredients are certainly there. They always have been. That's the frustrating part, I think. As Nikodas is smoked off inside of the cave. Man advantage for FaZe. We saw that aggression, that push. Kerrigan was able to hold his own in the crossfire and got both kills. Nikodas, though, on the deagle. Oh, he's got him dead. No question. Kerrigan had no idea. They're just timing the pushes from the box area so well, and Hooksy gets it back in the corner in time. I thought Twist might have saw the gun barrel. Yeah. Good time to turn off X-Ray because we couldn't really see where he was looking, and he absolutely did see it and gets the kill. So now it's Nikodas and Yabby. And Yabby, gets a free one. Olaf, they're still trying to clear out Donut from reverse, and now the other op. A double up set up with Rocky. Oh, he nearly got it done, but Yabby gets the kill instead, and it's 16-6. Copenhagen Flames end up in the 2-1 bracket, whereas FaZe now face elimination in their next matchup. It'll be all best of threes moving forward for both teams, but FaZe is going to have the hard route.
Yeah, the nice thing for FaZe